confidence vote against Administrator Joy Andrews. The vote fails. At the conclusion of the St. Johns County Commission meeting on Tuesday, Commission chairperson Krista Joseph introduced an unexpected proposal that took many by surprise. She suggested a vote of no confidence in the county administrator, Joy Andrews, who holds the highest ranking non-elected position in the county and is responsible for overseeing the day-to-day operations. Despite the proposal, the vote ultimately failed, allowing Andrews to retain her position. Joseph presented a detailed document outlining her reasons, believing that Andrews was unfit for the role. She highlighted several issues, including the handling of the trash and the recycling hauler situation earlier in the year, the absence of increased impact fees, and the recent decision that made it more challenging to remove a county administrator. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that they put that in place. That's timely. Joseph also mentioned her proposed tree ordinance, which had significant public support. She claimed that Andrews had suggested addressing tree protection proposals in the comprehensive plan later that year, but that did not happen. Commissioners Christian Whitehurst and Sarah Arnold, I know where they went on this one, expressed strong support for Andrews, appearing surprised by Joseph's proposal. Whitehurst praised Andrews for her courage during her 4 years on the job. Was she faced with something she had to be courageful about?
Well, taking over, yeah, that was a pretty big shoes
that's
to
taking
fill.
over a job. That's taking over a job. He argued that Joseph's dissatisfaction was with policy decisions made by him and other commissioners, and not with Andrews herself. Even, I guess she put out a detailed paper about. Okay. Arnold concurred, stating that Joseph's grievances were directed at policy issues and not Andrews, adding that the county is in capable hands with Andrews at the helm. The vote of no confidence concluded with a 2-3 outcome, failing to pass. Commissioner Ann Taylor supported the no confidence vote, while Whitehurst, Arnold, and Clay Murphy voted against it, thereby supporting Andrews. The decision allowed Andrews to continue in her role as county administrator despite the concerns raised by Joseph. A lot went on there.
How do you go from here? Like, where do you go from here? I mean, like, how do you feel like going to work and, like, somebody's actually trying to get you out?
Well, that was Krista Joseph for a while. She was going to work and everybody was trying to get her out for a while.
That's what my question. I mean, not just pointing at Joy, that we can put it at Krista Joseph as well. That's fine. I'm just.
Yeah, that would be a weird work situation in both positions.
Right.
Well, and Joseph,
were there conversations? I'm sorry to interrupt you, but were there conversations beforehand before we had to go to this extreme action, or does this extremity need to happen to be able to get somebody out of a position like that?
When Joy came in, Joseph didn't vote for her to be the county administrator. So she lost that vote 4-1 at that point. I think she felt like she had the votes to bring it up, and this is one that you got to kind of know when you throw yourself out there. It's not a great political move on her part, but you got to know where those votes are when you go after somebody like this. And I like Commissioner Joseph, but I'm friends with Joy, so. When you do something like this, you got to kind of know where that vote's going to go.
Yeah.
And now you've shifted that target off of Joy and back on yourself again. So she kind of had the target off of her on the political stuff. She was the chair and stuff like that. She had the target off of her. So it's. Well,
she had a list of reasons why she felt this way too. Were any of those reasons justified, or is that public knowledge?
The garbage thing. There was an assistant that is no longer with the county that did some things outside of the leadership's decision making, and it created some of the problems. And that person is no longer with the county. So Joy handled that situation. So it was an easy one to target because the public was so angry about it. So,
and is Joseph saying that Joy should take the blame for some of that because she was the leader?
It falls under her
her
jurisdiction. But I mean, she took action. Once she was
being proactive, is what you're saying.
She took action at that point, but it was such a public thing, it made it an easy target for her to go after. I don't really know about the tree component of it.
She mad about the trees.
But
yeah, we talked to her about it.
If she's mad at her about not raising the impact fees are too high already. So, how
did they say they were going to raise impact fees?
That's what she said in that thing. That she was a little upset that the impact fees didn't get increased
when they said they were going to raise the impact fees.
Yeah.
Okay, they said they were going to do it, and they didn't.
Well, no, that's not necessarily. She wanted them to do it. So there's there's a little bit of facts that are twisted, and that's what happens in politics.
Yeah,
you shift the facts to your ability, and that's how you survive in politics too. Is getting the right spin on the exact same story, and it doesn't make either one of them tell lies.
Yeah,
it's just the perspective of where you're looking at the story.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a damn near a $900 million company.
Yeah.
That they're running for us, and
she's the CEO of it, right?
It's worth our money. Well, I mean, she's basically the COO. The county administrator would be the COO.
Yeah.
I would say Krista Joseph is the CEO or the head of the board. So there's definitely a power struggle. Two smart women. I'm hoping they can work it out and leave the county in a good spot because when fights like this happen, sometimes you don't get the best results as a community.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping the two of them can work that out. They're both two intelligent women, and I'm hoping they can work it out and we can stay productive as a county.
Yeah, I'll leave it at that till after the Florida Man games. We will leave it at that. All right. Let's see. Soup candy? I don't know what that's about.